the Camino channel, Voices of the Pilgrims. Cruz de Ferro, an enigmatic, mystical waypoint, past Astorga and up the pass from the lonely Foncebedon, often suspended in mist and fog. Our pilgrims John at Taberna, and Andrea, Lhote and Bronwyn at Morgad speak of their rituals, what has been left behind, and the significance of this stop. Your hosts, Doug and Bob, pictured here at the Cruz de Ferro, hope you will make your way there and experience an equivalent cleansing for yourself.
At Cruz de Ferro, I knew it was coming, and I always thought, you know, it has a lot of significance.
Yeah.
So I just lost it. I mean,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I sat. You go up and you hold it and say a prayer. Then I went back to the little chapel and sat along the side and said a rosary. And it, you know, I just said it very slowly too, because normally I just zip through the rosary. But it was just, and I was in no hurry to leave.
Yeah.
So it was just very moving for me. That's the most moving thing.
Yes.
That I've had.
Did you, I mean, part of the tradition is that you bring a stone along and you leave it there. Did you leave anything there?
Yeah, I left a rock. And all I did is a small rock, and it had a little cross on it. I put it right up.
On the top of the pile?
Not right up. I walked up, and there was a rosary. And I just said the rosary, so I put it right next to the rosary.
Oh my.
Somebody had just kind of put on the rock.
Yeah. Did it signify anything to you that you were leaving behind? And
Well, just asking forgiveness for all my sins. That was the main thing.
yeah. Yeah.
But,
Which is, I think, what the place is for. Is that I know when I was there 2 years ago, part of my leaving behind was I'd had a run with cancer, and so I thought, you know, I am going to say that's the end of my time as a patient. I'm not going to be a patient anymore.
you were very patient, though. Do the Camino.
So Cruz de Ferro is a significant point on the Camino.
Very.
And we'd been thinking about this at home, and I know Bronwyn had put together her little token from home, and I'd put together my token from home. My token from home
Can
was...
you just sort of back off a little bit and talk about why Cruz de Ferro, you bring a token from home, what that's all about?
We'd read about Cruz de Ferro, and I guess taking part in the Camino means taking part in some of the significant points or rituals, or for me, leaving my family at home for 2 months is a very big thing.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I've got a grown family and they're quite capable, but it's still a big deal. And I never quite disconnect, and I never want to. So for me, Cruz de Ferro, and I'll be absolutely honest, the Camino is not a religious pilgrimage for me. It's something that's quite personal. Oh boy. And for me, Cruz de Ferro is an opportunity to, nearing, maybe 2/3 of the way through, or approaching the end, think about what the sacrifices and the challenges that the Camino has meant for me. Gracias. So I put together this little token that was a small stone from a beach where I grew up, and a small white scallop shell from the beach where I now live. Mm-hmm. So for me, it was about acknowledging that commitment and, I guess, in some way, the sacrifice of the time and effort and organisation and everything that went into doing this, that was my family.
Yes.
So that was my tribute to my family. And Bronwyn and I decided that we were going to get up early, so we set the alarm at 5 o'clock. We just do that generally, but it was really important for us to be up there. We wanted to be there as dawn was breaking. So
But
we
a
did.
part of it is
So you
that the
walked
Cruz de Ferro is about leaving something behind that is significant to
Yes,
you.
yes.
Yes.
And for me, it was leaving a part of my family there and a part of us. It was they were there with me.
Okay.
So we got up very early. We stayed at Foncebedon. So we went
Very lonely,
Oh,
high place,
amazing
cold.
place.
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing place, really amazing.
It's come out, risen from the ashes, really.
I think so.
It's kind of a.
And we
Crazy
trekked up and we
place.
were there alone at dawn. So it was just Bronwyn and I for a wee
For
while.
a
Oh,
nanosecond.
and
No, it was a
maybe-
few
no,
minutes.
it was a few minutes we were alone
Yeah.
before others came up. And it was really interesting because it was quite challenging when others were coming up over the mound. We were on the other side. It was almost
Up.
Right.
Because to me, there's this, it was this big, the
holy.
rock, it was holy.
It's holy.
And there's the cross, and I wanted to experience it at dawn. I didn't want to get up there, and we didn't want to do our tokens beforehand. It was just getting there for an opportunity, and with our cameras.
yeah.
So we'd walked around it to come so that we could see it with the sunlight, you know, the dawn coming up from behind. But of course, the natural instinct for people when they arrive, with their head torches on and their packs, is to walk straight up the mound from the other side and hang around the post. Of course, when you're waiting for that dawn,
Right.
the first visual, and you've got these torches there, and then they just
right.
plonk their pack where other people's tokens are, and it was like they're trampling on something that should be significant.
I
And
got that too.
it was really, really hard. And Andrea said very importantly, she said, we just have to, what was it? We
Just have to find our own space within all of that
And
to
we have
just
to just
acknowledge
leave.
what it is that we want to do.
yeah, leave what our expectations are, because we're sharing Camino with a lot of
for you.
people.
Yeah.
It's not, we can't do it in
It's not all.
isolation.
So Andrea, did it
First
fill
thing-
the gap that you wanted to fill?
Oh, it did. Yep, it did. And it was probably alongside another day that was really challenging, the most emotional part of the journey for me. Just allowed me to acknowledge very privately the commitment to what I'm doing. That's more than just me.
Yes. You're bigger than you here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So you're bringing all your family and
Absolutely. Every one of them.
yes.
Every one of them. So that was my experience at Cruz de Ferro. And we did have some other friends that we'd met along the way join a little bit later, and they were very... You know,
that was lovely.
That was lovely.
I guess my Cruz de Ferro was multifaceted, and my original idea with the token was the stones and shells, and it was really a combination, a stone from Canterbury, New Zealand, a typical beach flat stone, a shell from my family's holiday home that we had for 35 years, which is a distinctive shell in New Zealand, a little fan shell that we find in Tasmania where our family shack and holiday home is now, and there's actually a shell that you occasionally find in Tasmanian waters now, but it's a shell creature that came from New Zealand.
Really?
And I put glued the three onto this stone to reflect basically my life. My family in New Zealand, my family in Tasmania. I've got my husband, my 3 boys in Tasmania. what my life has been, just in those 3 shells. And the fact that
There's no electricity.
really in between.
Yeah.
I'm not a Kiwi anymore because I
Oh,
live
no,
in
no,
Australia.
there is no
But
light.
I'm not. I can't even get Australian citizenship, so I'm not really a full Australian. And that shell that's a transient
Wow, that's
is
incredible.
me, and it reflects what I've left behind. We moved in our 20s for education, left our families, you know, and I'm close to my family, but we chose to move away. And there's a lot of regrets in that. You have a lifetime of going, I've moved away, my children have grown up not knowing the daily contact with their grandparents, that kind of thing. So all of that was in that shell, and that
There's a lot of it.
there was a lot,
In that show.
and that's what I had imagined is what my Cruz de Ferro was going to be.
And Maho, what about you? Tell me what.
I don't have, because I lost I took a stone coming from Denmark and I lost it on the way up, so
Oh,
mine's more sorry.
Did it ruin it for you?
I lost it somewhere. And, it fell out of my backpack. So,
But you,
Was the ritual lost to you? Was the place lost to you because you forgot your?
no, but I don't think it was the same. I brought a stone with me from home. I had a aquarium at home and there was a stone, and I thought, I want to take this one with me. And it should symbolize all the problems I had at home, and I have some time to think about things, and it should symbolize and that I was done thinking and maybe find a solution and something. And suddenly, a couple of days before, I lost my stone.
Oh, that's too
I
bad.
found out I had lost my stone, so
But you have left it on the Camino somewhere.
yeah. So
It's there.
it's there somewhere,
As you see, the light is
I
not
don't know
working.
where.
If the light
But
don't
it's
work,
on the
the
Camino
water don't
somewhere.
work
Yeah.
as
It's
well,
not
because
up there.
it works with electric engine. I hope so. I don't have, because
it more should
that
be a part of
electrical
the.
money.
I was carrying around with something, and then I would get rid of it.
Yes.
But
Was it something
it came naturally. So
you wanted to leave it behind, like I'm done with that?
yeah, I'm done with I thought about some problems. I left them behind
Yes.
me, and now I'm moving on. But
I had a similar experience. When I went there, I'd had a 3-year experience then with cancer.
Cake, yogurt,
And I wanted to leave behind the whole idea of being a cancer patient. I just wanted to say, that's it, I'm done, I'm finished with it. And so I understand that idea about saying, that's the end of that, I don't want any more of that in my life. And I think that can be part of the Cruz de Ferro for people who go there.
absolutely. And in fact, that's what ended up more emotional. 2 days before Cruz de Ferro, I found out that a young man and a friend of ours in Tasmania had passed away as a complication of surgery. 35-ish, leaving 2 young girls with no, how can you rationalise that?
Right.
It's very, it's just this raw fact that he's no longer there. And so he was very much on my mind, and I wanted to make a tribute for him up there, which I did in the rocks. I actually, in the Scouts, we have the going home symbol, the circle with the rock in the middle, which I did with an A for Aaron, which I took a photo and sent to his mum with a tribute to him.
That's great.
Because I can't be there for the funeral. And at the same time, that gave me an opportunity to think outside of what I had thought it was going to be. And we've got a neighbour, a very deaf neighbour, who's been battling terminal cancer for the last 3 years. An amazing family and a lady. And so 24 hours out, I said to Andrea, I think I want to pray for her at dawn. So I sent her a message and I said, is it all right if I pray for you? I'm going to be here at dawn, and this is the the highest point. It's symbolic.
Right.
I would like to pray for you and your family, if that's okay. And she sent back, and she said that would be amazing. And she gave a bit of story because her treatment hasn't been working, and the cancer's getting more aggressive. And she's just been accepted into a trial, clinical trials for something else. And they know that it may or may not help, but it will further, future treatments.
Most memorable pause at a very high and desolate fastness of the Camino de Santiago. The Cruz de Ferro experience marks everyone who passes. Thanks to John at Taberna o Camino in Arcata, 4 kilometers above Sarria, Andrea, Lhote and Bronwyn over a nourishing and flavorful dinner and fading evening light at Morgad, kilometer 103. See you next time for more of these latter great souls traversing the Camino from Tasmania.